Welcome back in a new episode of like Mommy's Tea Talk.
Yes.
So today we will be talking about a very important topic that affects our life and our beloved one's life.
Yes.
It's about depression. So sometimes I feel like, or I wonder, why some people most likely getting depression other than like other people.
Yes. Some people may go through a very difficult time and they are still coping and managing and they're doing okay.
Yeah.
And some other people may just go through a very small thing,
And
you
they
know.
get depressed.
And they
So
get
do you think
severely
it
depressed.
depends on the person abilities, or there is real causes for like depressions? Is it like there is a known reason?
I don't think there is one reason. I think
Okay.
it's a collection of
combination.
things, and when they happen all at the same time, they make the person
Yeah.
depressed.
Some people say it's a genetic, it's inherited in the family.
Yes, there definitely it runs in families.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is many things actually. There's also some actually medication can lead and cause depression. There's
Oh,
a side
yeah.
effect.
You mean medication for other things?
For others, like someone
Yes.
he's
So-
any kind of other illness and they take a medication, it can
Yes.
cause depression
Is
or
it
mood
related to
swings.
misuse or like?
It doesn't matter, right?
Some drugs can cause depression,
Yeah.
of
Without
course, like
misusing.
alcohol and marijuana, they are depressings,
Oh,
downers, we call
Okay.
them. But also medications, like some
That's-
medications
yeah.
for blood pressure may cause
Oh, really?
depression. Yes, yes.
it's very
some
common.
Pain
with people
medications
taking,
can
yeah.
cause depression.
Yeah, a lot of
blood
autoimmune
pressure.
disease also medication
Yeah.
can cause
Oh,
depression
I
and
never
mood
heard about
swings.
that before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also when I did my research, I found that women's most likely like get depressed like
More than men.
more than men's.
But
Yeah,
why?
because
Is it
the
because of the
hormones,
changes.
hormones
Yes.
and childbirth and
Uh-huh.
postpartum
Oh.
depression.
Yes,
Oh,
and I
okay.
think we our moms do a lot of things like more than
We take on a lot of
Dad?
stress.
Yeah,
yes.
here I want to ask something. As moms, we might actually been through stuff like this, but it's hard to admit it or actually realizing it's a depression.
Yes.
Do you feel
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Like we just like you get used to this. Okay, so it's normal life. It's mom's life. You always stress, and
Because I
sometimes
feel
you feel like
sometimes you don't have like you're not conscious that you have a depression.
yeah, that's exactly what I want to say.
Or you call it something else.
Oh, stress. Like
You
yes,
usually
I'm
come
just
so stressed.
I'm just upset, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever, and you don't label it the right way.
Okay, here the question. When actually to know it's a depression, not just normal stress because of your daily chores.
Nor normal sadness.
Not normal sadness, or just you get stressed because of your normal chores. You have stuff to do a lot, or like you get any stress during a couple weeks and you're not good, but then you're fine. Like how you know actually?
I think this question should like be to Rihan.
Yes.
So two things. The timeline, like how long do you stay feeling that way? Is it too long? Is
Okay.
it not really not lifting up by itself? Is it not resolving by itself?
Yeah.
That's important. And then how severe the struggle is, the symptoms. Like, are you sad to the point where you don't want to do anything, you stay in bed all day, you don't take care of yourself, you don't brush your hair, you don't like it's that bad.
Like
or
you
this
know,
Right,
is
this
like,
is severe. Like if you're neglecting yourself and you're not doing the things that you normally do for an extended period of time, that's the definition. That's the
so
definition.
when I
And
should
then
decide.
one more
Okay.
important thing, very important. Listen to what your loved ones tell you. Listen to what your spouse tell you. Your mom and dad, your friends, even your kids. If they tell you there is a problem, there is a problem.
So I have to like stop you here because sometimes people with depression they resist and they ignore and they refuse to admit that
Like
they
they do-
have they have a real
Like, I'm
issue.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine, you have the problem.
Yes.
You're the problem.
So how do you
Yeah.
justify this?
Well, that's why we're talking about it now. We're, trying to make people aware of it, trying to kind of like shed some light on it so that people who are in that situation right now may reach out and talk to someone about it, talk to a loved one or talk to a professional.
So do you think if we are aware of it, we can avoid it or like make sure to prevent it?
Of course.
I mean, there are things that you could do in your life on a regular basis to lessen the chances or the risks for being depressed, Like building your relationship with God, coming close to God, surrounding yourself with supportive people, doing things that helps you cope, the things that you like to do, having a hobby, exercising, eating well, taking care of your physical health, going to the doctor on a regular basis. Doing all these things will lower the chances.
But this, if you not having it, right? But do you
Yes,
think stuff
this is
like
to prevent it.
it can help you since you starting actually having depression, right?
If you have depression,
Or you
have
at the beginning, you don't know.
No, this
How it comes?
now you're going into the direction of needing some interventions, needing some treatment.
But sometimes I feel like it's not about how to prevent depressions. Like sometimes I feel some people born with depressions, or they have the genes for depression, and they are not aware, maybe, or they feel like this is the normal. This is like what I've been feeling for so long, and this is my normal. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because some people really suffering from depression for like
Very, very long time. Yeah, I agree with you. So if you're speaking from a parent perspective, so let's say you have a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old and you're starting to see the signs, but you already know that it runs in your family or it runs on your spouse side of the family. You have to be vigilant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you have to pay extra attention, and if you see the signs, do something about it.
But if you're not
because
aware,
it can develop as young as 5-6 years old.
Oh, so how I can tell my son or my daughter is depressed?
How you can tell if they are starting to
Especially
become
if
more
they're
depressed?
young ages. You see, like 5 years old, sometimes maybe they can express themselves.
You see that there is a change from their normal self. They're not being their normal self anymore. They're not doing fun things. They have no interest or no motivation to do anything. They look sad, or they cry a lot, or they are always angry.
Okay.
Because anger and irritability is a common sign of depression in kids. They
or
may
changing
not,
in their like daily habits, like eating a lot.
They may not necessarily label it as I'm being sad.
Yes, because they're young. That's what I exactly said.
They may actually look angry more than sad.
Oh, I see.
So back into like the point where establishing your relationship with God. I have like heard this question so many times. Is depression from God? Is it because of like a sin that I made? Or it's a disease like any other disease? What do you think?
Do you mean it's a sin? That means it's like I did something wrong and this is just like punishment?
Yes, because
some people think that about other illnesses more than depression. Actually,
I think so.
They think like having cancer or some bad illness.
It's a sort of punishment. Yes.
Yeah.
But I heard a lot of like misconceptions about like being depressed and like being happy or thankful for what God gives you. So I have like did some researches and I found some like misconceptions here I wanted to share with you. So the first misconcept say depression is a sin, and we just discussed this. And their variation for this is being depressed means you're failing to trust God. So it's not about like trusting God. It's about like.
And you know what? Some people, I have heard of this also. Some people accuse the person who's depressed of, oh, you're unfaithful, or your faith is not too strong, or you
Oh,
must
I
you
see.
must
You
And
must
you're
be
not
joyful.
thankful.
you
Yes.
must not appreciate what you have.
Yes,
because
you have to be
you have a
thankful.
very good life. Why are you depressed?
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So
I think that's why sometimes people think it's not right, or it's a sin, and when I don't feel thankful or joyful, because we ask it to be joyful.
But I'm wondering if that question is coming from guilt, because guilt is a symptom of depression. Having a lot of guilt feelings about
Okay.
a lot of things, even things that you've done in the past that you have no control over right now, you can't change. People start to ruminate about it. Oh, I should have done this, I should have said this. And guilt being kind of connected to sin, because
Yes.
whenever you sin, you
You feel
have
that
guilt.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why people think they're like two faces to one coin or something. I don't know.
I have feeling it's related to like confession, because some people say if you confess your sin, you will have like a relief from your guilt feelings. I'm not sure if this is something like from your perspective as a professional, is confessing or admitting the sin. And
Not if depression is an actual illness that the person
Okay.
is suffering from, because these people, I'm telling you, they remember things they did years and years ago, and they feel guilty about it like it
Yeah.
happened yesterday.
And even if they confess it, right?
yes, because they are depressed. They
I
need
think
because
it's
they need
different.
medications.
Yeah.
So let's take the next misconception. Depression will go away if you pray hard enough to have enough faith.
Yes.
So reality.
That will lead us to that. Yeah, we just talked about. Yes.
Yes.
Because it's important to pray when you're depressed and when you're not depressed. And it's very helpful. It's very protective. People who have faith in God, they actually do better when they are treated for depression
Oh.
more than people who
Because
do
they
not.
have hope.
Okay?
Yeah,
So
I
this
think
is a
it's a good
proven fact.
point.
We know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But praying alone, like if you have an illness, if you have a biological disease,
Yes.
depression,
Yes.
no matter how hard you pray,
You have to be
You need to
treated.
it's
seek
not
medical-
going to cure
yes,
it.
yes.
It's not
Yes.
going to treat it. You
Yes.
need treatment. Prayers are great, and they're going to help you, and they're going to protect you from complications of depression like suicide.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
by itself is not the cure. You know, and
Yes.
people need to understand that God gave us the tools. God made the tools for us to use for depression, just like any other illness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should go and ask.
So you
and
have
seek
to
the
take
medical
some
treatment.
medications.
It could be medications, it could be therapy, it could be other treatments. I mean,
counseling.
there
Depends on
are
the stage.
other treatments for depression other than medication.
Okay.
It's not the only
So it
thing.
depends on their stage, the patient
Depends
itself,
on
like
how
what the,
severe and
And if
What they
they've been
tried.
diagnosed or not, because some people have or suffering from depression, but
But
they never
they don't
been
know even.
yes,
yeah.
they never been
maybe
diagnosed.
they don't know either.
So I have another misconception here, which is depression is not real. How do you
Never
think?
heard of that one
That's funny.
before.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really? I've
It's
heard
not
it.
real.
I've heard it. Yes, I've
Is it?
heard it a lot.
It's like all in your head kind of thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
because
maybe.
so some people say it's just something you are creating or just say it to be like
So like a pity
give a
party,
reason
like you're
for
asking
being
for
lazy.
pity?
No,
Yes.
here I think like this, the people who are always looking for the cause, like maybe there is something that make you unhappy. Just,
Yes.
No, actually look for it and just see what's the problem, and then
if
you
you
might
fix
be
the
okay.
problem, you're gonna-
I think it comes like it's not real. You just look what make you sad today, or what happened
And
today.
sometimes
Just
I
fix
feel
that.
like they just think it's a reason. It's just they giving a reason
I
to not
see.
do
It's
something.
an excuse for whatever you don't want to do it.
It's kind of like a defending mechanism. You
Okay.
can just say, I'm depressed, I can't do this.
I see.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, you can make up stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
You know, one misconception I know of, and I hear a lot, I don't know if you have it there, but people say that depression may be true, but it doesn't happen in kids. Like kids, they're too young. They have nothing to
Yes.
be depressed about.
No, but if it's a genetic it happens.
It could
Kids
be.
get depressed,
Yes,
and it's real.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, or they face trauma. So someone lost of someone they
Yeah.
love, right?
I
If
have a
they
lot
get
of
it
like misconceptions here, but I think we're done for today.
Yes, I think
So,
our time is
yeah.
up for today.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's an
So-
interesting topic, and we're gonna continue to talk about it
Yeah, I'm
next
very
time.
excited
In
to
the
hear
next
that.
episode, I have like few other questions that we need to address and find answers for those questions.
Yes.
So stay tuned for us. We will see you next week.